Good day, everyone. This is going to be a crippled announcement since I have to cut on time. I stand here very happy to participate in this international forum because I like the Serbs, and not only because they're Christian Orthodox, but for their integrity, the way they handled and resisted NATO unprovoked attack, the refusal of unconditional surrender, as the UK, the US, and Germany wanted them to sign, because those were the terms given to Milosevic, their pride, their beautiful girls, and the will to be free in a world of equals. For what we all here up against, people like that should not exist. The system does not want them to exist, and the system does not forget. It may be late, but leaving things to settle down a little will be back to enforce its will and remind nations of the world that their freedom depends on the way the system thinks the world should be. Well, look what's happening in Venezuela, just a short period after Chavez's death. They're back, and they'll be trying again to enforce the will. I represent KETHA, Greece. Everything else is said, so I will tell you what I represent, which stands for, in free translation, Movement for National Defense. We are officers from the three branches of the armed forces, retired, who believe that many a time, and in many cases, for well-known reasons, the truth is not spoken out to the people. Lies are told with no shame, and the real facts disguised to present a virtual reality. Therefore, in many cases, especially the ones of military issues, we present our interpretation of the situation and give it to the public to read through our site. And when we say that, of course, to those who want to read it, because we can't force anybody to drink its milk. In other terms, our objective is exactly the opposite of that of the mass media that represent the master's voice, always. Our objective are national independence for our country and peace, the patriotic orientation of the armed forces, the intensification of the ties and unity with the people of our country, the recognition of the task and the ethical and material recompense of the cadres of the armed forces, and, of course, retired as we are today, we cannot forget where we come from and what we were. We are against the belief that in our era, borders do not matter much, a concept that certain centers are trying to convince as the right way of thinking. A couple of decades ago, NATO had borders and areas. Comedist was the Greek chief of the navy, a NATO force sailing in the Aegean was under his command. That gave, though, a lot of independence to nations, and the aircraft carriers were restricted. Today, you will not find in any NATO publication the word area commander. He is assigned ad hoc and for certain reasons. So, from that period, all NATO was referred as one area, which after the war in Yugoslavia, that area is the whole wide world. Focusing only on NATO and blaming it for all evil is wrong. NATO is the strong arm of the evil centers that bring about the fortunes of this world. NATO today is like plaster and takes the form of what these centers want it to look like. Today it can be transformed very easily. We are against professional soldiers, hired armies, soldiers of fortune, and any other of the kind. In history, never a hired army has won a war. Wherever they went, they created misery and atrocities to the population as BlackRock in Iraq lately. We believe that the armed forces should be kept within our borders to protect the people that they are part of and not to be used in any other way. They are not to be sent to any other place in the world with the exemption, maybe, of an international défilé on parade with a band's playing. A study on Greek history comes to show that the interests of our country did not match that of the power nations at the time. Greece was used to promote their objectives and then abandoned and betrayed. A free Greek citizen, as we are in KETHA today, we have an opinion for everything. We, of course, are not specialists on everything, far from that. We are good listeners. We will accept any good and constructive advice and idea. We respect the world, and we respect the work of the UPC and that of the Belgrade Forum today for a world of equals. We are here to give the knowledge of our experience. We are here to tighten the bonds with all of you, and especially we are here to learn. Thank you very much.